Hello, Mortalorb here, and today I will be giving you the fourth video in my video game progress series. Now, this video is actually going to go through all of what would be in the details panel, as well as what's in the blueprint code, so you guys can understand, as well as the components panel. Alright, it's just so you guys can understand what I've done and how to replicate this yourself. Okay, so you know, I've gotten as far as making different functions, well, not functions, different pieces of code that when assembled do the things that they are stated to. So it is jumping, is double jumping, is falling, is shooting, is attacking, is dashing, is moving, is crouching, is standing, is hit, and is dead. So basically these are all of the things. All of these that you see connected are what I already have. Now, I've gone through them in the previous video, I believe the first video, if not the second. So basically, I have an input action event called attack. When we press it, it sets our attack animation, and when we release it, it sets our attack animation back to its whatever its default was. So I made a box collision component that on component begins overlap. I want to first check a branch. Now, since it's in my character code, I'm checking to see if it's attacking, because if it's not attacking, I don't want it to do this. But yeah. So if it is attacking, which we want to set to true, so I plugged it into cast to enemy, true value cast to enemy, and then I called upon the enemy damage system, and I have a player damage value. So whenever he attacks, the player damage value is 0.1, enemy takes 0.1 damage. Alright, so that's basically all I did for the player character. Now, the actual pieces of code, or rather blueprint, that are, I guess you could say, essential to this attacking function are in the enemy. So first what I did was replicate the damage system from my player character, and it's a custom event, and I set damages to true whenever this event is called on. Right, and then we take the enemy damage in, and okay, we got the enemy health, and we subtract it from the enemy damage in. Okay, and then we're setting the enemy health to whatever that value is, and we're checking the condition to if it's true, if alive is false, if it's false, alive is true. Okay. Yeah. So less than or equal to 0 would make our actor go to this location, which I just put it on the side. So that's all that does, and it does work. But when alive is still true, right, and say its health is more than 0, we're just gonna add some force. So 100 units to, east or west, and 100 units up or down, or north or south. Okay. And I've used add force. Now, what I had to actually do was check simulate physics and lock it to the X and Z plane, because that's the 2D plane I'm using, not the forward and backwards, or like, it's hard to simulate what I'm talking about on the screen, but forward in 3D, there's forward and backwards, up and down, and left and right. Okay, so yeah, forward and backwards, and then up and down, left and right. Okay, so I checked simulate physics and locked it to the X and Z plane, and I also checked simulate generate hit events. Now, I'm not sure if I needed that, but I did check it, because a lot of the times when you go to the Unreal Answer Hub, they're always going to say, well, did you check simulate physics or generate hit events? That's probably one of the first things that you should do. Just, if you're watching this video and you're a little new to the Unreal Engine, just do that, because I swear to God, it frustrates me. Sorry, my lord. I swear that it frustrates me when people are always like so confident in telling you, you know, did you check one of those boxes, and then they never get back to you when you say, yes, I did, you know, because that actually did happen to me. I said I checked the box and they didn't get back to me at all. So I basically gave up on. I gave up on. Sorry about that, guys. I gave up on, you know, trying to do it. The first 2 times I actually did this. But yeah, so we've got both of these checked, and our collision preset is set to block all dynamic. Overlap only pawn. Okay, yeah. This is what I actually wanted to do. So, okay, no, let's just move it back to block all dynamic, because otherwise my enemy is going to just fall down like he just did. But yeah, it's block all dynamic. Both of these are checked, and then I selected on component begin overlap, and so when we do overlap with whenever this box overlaps with something, we're going to cast to the BP dude, and we're going to check to see if he is damaged. If damage is false, the only thing I want it to do is call on my player damage system. So that's what it does, and we take the damage. I've set it to 0.2, but we take the damage. This is the damage that I've calculated, or you know, like I've just made it so that my enemy deals this amount of damage. It's 0.1 more than the trap deals, which my trap deals 0.1, and with having only 1 health for my HUD, like since it's a progress bar, the only thing I can have in there is 1. I've tried using it more, like 10 or whatever, but it doesn't seem to register all that well. So in my message log it is saying that my box on my enemy is set to simulate physics, but collision enabled is incompatible. So I don't understand what that means. I'm going to assume that I've got to I've got to do something with my collision preset. But yeah, as for now, let's just play it, see if it works. My enemy is not falling off. He hits me. I take the damage, and when I am attacking and I walk up to him, he actually does take damage, as you can see. Now, my next objective is to actually get him to, when he is hit, instead of going flying off like that, I just want him to land, you know, like, you know, I want him to act as if it were me getting hit, you know, instead of just, now, that's another thing that he does, my enemy does, that confuses me. Sometimes when he's hit, and he's hit a little too far to the edge of this, you know, this edge, this unpassable part, he does sort of seem to transition into the wall, like actually inside of the wall. Not sure what's causing that, but I think a simple fix would just be to make this bigger. So, I don't know, let's put it at 0.5, and likewise for the rest of them. If that doesn't change it, then, or not 0.5, but 5.0, so 5, well, not 51, 5, alright, and one more, 5. So, let's try it again. Again, sorry about that. Okay, so, attacking, he does seem to just pass right through it, so I'm assuming it's got to be with something with, you know, something having to do with the way my character actually acts when he's getting launched, because for some reason he just keeps passing through the boundary. That is not something I want to happen in my video game. So, I believe it has to do with his location, so let's set it to 0 and try it again. Alright, so punch. Now he actually does seem to just fly through the, he just flew right through. So, not sure what that's all about, but yeah. He does do the thing I wanted him to do, so that is a plus. That is awesome. It's fantastic. Yeah, don't really know what to do. After this, but I just want him to land on his feet all the time. So that was just a quick overview, as fast as I possibly could, explaining that what I set out to do I actually did accomplish, and did not realize it until this morning. Like literally when I woke up I had a dream and something told me to use a box component instead of a capsule component, and when I put that box in there I realized that it was doing everything that I had wanted it to do. He just wasn't landing on his feet. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video and you're looking forward to the next video in this series, then hit that like button and please do subscribe if you're feeling awesome about my progress. Then just add this playlist to your playlist, and you know, I'll just keep you up to date with everything I'm doing. I will go more in depth into my pieces of blueprint for those of you who do leave comments and say, hey, you know, how did you realize that this is what you needed to do to get this to happen? So yeah. So yeah. Yep. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.